It is great.
It's excellent.
It is one of my favorite movies of the year so far. It's not original, and that was kind of my worry going into it because it, on paper it is a very cliche story. It's the monkey's paw, but it goes in directions that you don't really see very often, and it has a good commentary behind it on like kind of incel culture in a way.
Incel culture, rape culture, and specifically like there's a lot more to it that we didn't talk about. I think even if we saw it at the theater, which by the way, I got to see this in the theater with my friend here.
Yeah, we saw it at the classic Music Box Theater here in Chicago.
And I am so happy that was the first movie I saw there because this was a banger to watch there.
Yes.
Before I talk about any commentary stuff, the performances are excellent here. From our main four characters, Indy Navarrete, Cooper Tomlinson, Megan Lawless, and Michael Johnston. Yeah, Michael Johnston is Bear and Indy Navarrete. Like, I mean, they're the main two, but Indy carries this.
Indy
so
is
much.
fucking great. It's like Isabella in Possession.
I did watch like a bunch of interviews with the actors after I saw the movie, just because it's one of those movies that really got me to want to know about like how they made it, and what the mindset was behind the character decisions. And something great that Curry Barker did. He told Indy that after the wish, it's like he's like under this veil.
Curry really nipped that in the bud in the very beginning of the process. It was not demonic. It wasn't a possession. It was a wish, and it was kind of like, for her, it was almost like this draw to him. I have this like veil that's over everything, while the other Nikki is inside, kind of peeping through that sheer material.
And there's remnants of that throughout the movie. The main one that I think of is it's the rape scene. When he's fucking her, you can see that. I think you can kind of see it in her face where it's like she can feel it. Isn't she crying in that scene too?
I think so. You have to look kind of close. Thankfully, it's brutal.
It's pretty clear if you actually paid attention to the movie.
Yeah, and by the way, fuck the idiots who didn't.
Yeah,
seriously.
Okay, like you, I've been kind of looking at like a bunch of reviews for Obsession, and I've seen a lot of people talk about how it felt like it went over their head.
Yeah, because they're fucking stupid.
They're fucking stupid. They didn't catch on to like that this is about like
what I've been saying is like toxic exes.
And that is the complete wrong way to look at this movie.
Nikki's autonomy, agency, her whole being is taken away from her due to Bear's actions.
It is not just that one scene where she like talks to Barry like towards the end of the movie. You could see it throughout.
Yeah, when she like hits herself or snaps back, I mean, it's scary. Like when I think about that, I get really scared.
I said it when I left the theater. Like, this is one of the first horror movies in a long time that really freaked me out.
Even beyond just like the character stuff, like the shit that Indy does with like her body and the makeup they had.
She goes all out.
The nature of its scale and budget, like they used very practical means to get a lot of really scary and effectively scary moments.
They knew how to play with shadows.
Released by Focus Features, it cost less than $1 million to make and has crossed about $105 million in the box office in its first 2 weeks. It's directed by a 26-year-old with a huge following on YouTube and TikTok. Now, while those two films soared, ticket sales for Disney's Mandalorian dropped 69% from its first weekend to the second weekend.
It's outgrown Star Wars. You know that, right?
I've heard that. Yeah, that's
so good.
We're healing as a society. If only George Lucas fucking dies, then we'd truly be healed. Curry Baker is also the customer service person on the phone. Another thing I've been seeing people talk about is when he calls the customer service, he first asks if he can like adapt. Alter. Yeah. Not say I want to cancel it. He wants to alter.
Yeah, he doesn't want to free Nikki.
That's something more people need to pay attention to.
Because this main character's worst traits are on full display through almost the whole thing.
Yeah.
Bear as a character, like, I know that technically calling him a villain may not be the correct term, but he is.
He is basically a villain.
If he didn't make that wish, if he didn't listen to Ian's terrible advice of calling her by a name she hates, which by the way, Ian as a friend is a piece of shit. If he went the route at the start where he's like vulnerable and honest, which by the way, if you pay attention to that speech too, he's talking a lot about me, not about like what he appreciates about Nikki.
Yeah.
An excellent first, like, for a first scene, that keyed into so much of what's gonna be happening. That it's one of those moments where it's like, yeah, that does explain almost the whole movie right there. Yeah.
And then when it's revealed that like Ian and Nikki have been like together behind Bear's back too.
And one of the scariest scenes comes to the fact that Nikki in this movie views Bear as like a little brother. Party scene where she's talking about like the story that she wrote, because before all this happened, she was going to be a writer. Tragic, like all her dreams, all her like
all taken away by a man.
That leads into something else too, but you can see not only in the moments where like Nikki like kind of breaks back in the old person, but when she writes, it's mostly the old person in there,
Mm-hmm.
the original Nikki, and you can see that at the music shop when he takes out his lunch.
Yeah.
There's the pictures. It's
Yep.
you
Yep.
when it's just him, and then there's not me with a picture that's she and him. And that shit, like, it kind of confused me a little bit at first, but then once I caught on, I was like, oh, that's really creepy. God, and the scariest scene, if you're ready to talk about it,
Okay,
when
go for
he's
it.
gonna go leave to go see Sarah, and when
Yeah.
I'll just call her Freaky Nikki to make the distinction. When Freaky Nikki's sleeping and the real Nikki comes out and can only whisper.
Yeah.
And she talks about, like, I need to be quiet, otherwise she'll come back when she's asleep.
Yeah.
And she begs Bear to kill her.
Yeah.
After many scenes of, like, Nikki smashing her face against, like, a glass or something. If you had any sympathy for this man at all at this point in the movie, which you shouldn't, but if you did,
It's gone.
when he said the line, "What's so bad about being with me?" That should have canceled out any sort of, like.
It's weird. I've never seen a whole lot of people talk about that scene.
It's the scariest one, in my opinion, in the whole movie.
I agree. That's a fucking terrifying thing to hear.
He changes his wording before he says it too, because the first way he would have said it would have implicated him in his actions, but then he changes it so it's like more on her.
Yeah.
It's so, like, effective, and the writing and the acting is just, it's peak horror, dude. Like, this might be like a top 5 favorite horror movie for me now.
I really want to rewatch it when it comes out on Blu-ray.
I do too, and I have been talking to all my friends about it. Some of them have seen it, not all of them have, but if you can, go watch this. Go support it.
Please see this in a theater. You will get a great experience out of it. I think it's definitely a movie where it's like, yeah, you definitely can watch it on Blu-ray or digital when it comes out, but you definitely need to be immersed in a way that, like, Skinamarink or Nord.
A cool detail that I liked about the casting was they made sure that Sarah and Bear had chemistry, but not Nikki and Bear. It's very early on, especially after the cat dies. When they go to the trivia nights, the first person Bear tells about the cat passing away is Sarah. And she's the only one to give him condolences. She hugs him. She's present. She is a good friend.
Remember, there was a part where I think it was towards the beginning where the Freaky Nikki had said something like, "Oh, my cat died," after Barry had said that. That's also a really creepy line.
You gotta pay attention to the mechanics of the wish, because it doesn't, like, stop me if you've caught on the same thing, but all it does is it projects what wisher, I guess, wants onto the other.
His wish was something along the lines of, like, I want Nikki to love me, or something like that. And so because of that, everything that Bear has going on is going to be her life now.
All she is after that wish is just a husk. It's why she's shot as a silhouette so much.
Yeah.
She has the form and the appearance of Nikki, but that is not the same person. But sorry, back to Sarah though.
Yeah, I think she has a lot of dynamic elements to her. It's like you had said, they build a really good chemistry between her and Bear, to the point where it kind of makes you want them to be together instead of with Nikki, but Bear for some reason is too.
Bear's a fucking moron.
He's a fucking idiot who could have had a beautiful life with Sarah and instead chose the one person that didn't want to be with him. It's like towards the end where it's the scene you were mentioning earlier where it was right after the normal Nikki comes out to talk and wants him to kill her. And then after that, Bear goes, was it to a park and gets in a car, I think, with Sarah?
Yes.
Well, throughout the movie, both Ian, I think it's more so Ian, but Ian and Sarah are both kind of like figuring out what's going on with Nikki. Really creepy, but you could see Nikki like sprinting at the car, breaks the window, and then just smashes Sarah's head into the fucking steering wheel over and over. Which, by the way, that scene actually got cut a bit by the MPAA, I found out. It was supposed to go on longer. And so when the Blu-ray and the digital version comes out, it's going to be unrated. So it will have the full scene. I thought it was already a pretty long scene because she does it so many times in a row.
Yeah, like she hits her with a unnatural level of strength. You see it coming, but you just don't expect the brutality.
It's such a visceral scene, and I love it. And there's also the scene too where, because the whole point of the One Wish Willow is that he can only make one wish, so he tries to get other people to make the wish. He tries to get like Ian to do the One Wish Willow. And then Ian doesn't do it. He wishes for like $1 million.
Yeah, he wishes for like $1 billion, which I think is what he wishes for.
Which is fucking funny. There's that. Oh, this is before Sarah's death, but there's the scene where they're at like Ian's house and they're having like a party and they're playing a game. It was Jenga, but they had like once you pull a piece out, it has like a thing you're supposed to do.
Like a truth or a dare or something?
Yeah, it was something like that. And yeah, I think it was truth or dare, because the dare was like Bear had to kiss the person next to her.
The person to his left.
Yeah, which was Sarah. And then immediately Nikki gets up and
she gets up and
just drags the chair away.
It's just amazing physicality.
It's great. Also, I
The
love
face too.
the fucking frown. I love so much.
I can kind of recreate it actually. Like
I can't do a frown, unfortunately. You know what it reminds me of? You know the Your Movie Sucks profile picture?
yeah, kind of.
He does the fucking frown. What else?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture of myself. I'm gonna send it to you real quick, just so I can do it. There you go. I guess.
That's gonna be the thumbnail.
So we talk about Sarah. Let's talk about Ian now. Ian's a piece of shit, like misogynist.
Yeah.
He was trying to tell like Bear about like how his like method of like being vulnerable and honest, even though again method was flawed in Bear. But Ian was saying like that's not the way you should do it. He should be like kind of a bit of an asshole. Like suggested that he call her Freaky Nikki, which Bear knows she hates that. You are who your friends are. I think this movie is a really good like example of that. Besides Nikki, she's like just actually like a good person.
Yeah.
Like there are points where he and Sarah do like show like some concern. However, they keep mistaking the fact that like she's using Bear. In reality, he's using her. Quick side note: the title "Obsession." It's not because she's obsessed with him. It's because he's obsessed with her. No one that I've been friends with, but I've met some people who I am pretty damn confident would say something similar if I was open and honest about a crush or something in the past.
Right.
Again, I don't associate with those people. No one should. They should be called out for their piece of shit beliefs and instincts because they contribute to really, really abusive and toxic behavior. But in terms of Sarah, like, neither of them, like, really check in on Nikki specifically. Not that they probably would have gotten a chance to because of how she was. But both get their comeuppance in the end. Unfortunately, Sarah gets the more brutal one when Ian deserved the fucking face and steering wheel treatment, in my opinion.
Briefly, we'll talk about the ending. I think the ending's great. Really interesting how Bear, like, waits so long. Because he's told a while ago, like, when he first calls the customer service thing, that the only way to end what's happening to Nikki is if Bear commits suicide. He was locked himself in a bathroom, like going to a medicine cabinet. He was like really like debating about it, and then that's when he finally. I don't even remember. I don't know. Maybe he didn't even say what he swallowed. It was like some pills, whatever.
Same pills that killed the cat.
Is it antidepressants?
Medication. I think they were. There was medication.
I feel like I remember him saying at the beginning of the movie when his cat died that it was by antidepressants. Takes the pills, and then at the last second, Nikki uses the one wish Willow.
And presumably makes the same wish that he did at the start, because then he gets like he briefly turns into like wish bear and then comes out. And before that happens, he almost pulls out of committing suicide. He tries to puke up the pills, but then her wish stops him, which forces him to see it through.
He eventually overdoses because, he overdosed. The Freaky Nikki was going to shoot herself. But then because of Bear's death, the real Nikki comes back to life. And the movie just kind of ends on that. It like does a really cool like 180 of the camera to the TV.
Tilts upside down to the TV. And
I love that. That's great. And you can hear and then all you can hear is just Nikki fucking wailing.
It's tragic, and it really it goes to show that it is the victim's punishment to live with the actions of their perpetrators, which is why overall, like, I believe this whole movie is a metaphor for essay and a harsh indictment of incel culture, rape culture, and entitled men who believe that women's autonomy is an obstacle to their goals.
Yeah, it's a movie I think everybody needs to watch right now.
Just goes our discussion here. I will actually be adjusting my score.
I am too, actually.
I wonder what it'll be too. Should we say it on 3?
3, 2, 1, 9 out of 10. Oh, I was gonna say 9 out of 10. I think if I watch it again, I'll probably give it a 10 out of 10. But I think I'm comfortable giving it. That's what I was thinking when I walked to the theater, and I just needed time to think about it more. And now that we've talked about it, I'm comfortable giving it a 9 out of 10.
And the reason why it's a 10 for me, it was an 8 before, but it's a 10 for me now because it is so relevant, it is so creative, and it is. The more I think about it, the more I love it.
Yeah.
And I can only say that about a handful of horror movies and movies in general. But yeah, just to end this off, please go see this any way you can with anyone you can. I had an excellent time in the theater. Our theater had a blast. I had a blast seeing it with you.
Yep. I'm very excited to see what Curry Baker does next. I've never seen Barker. I've never seen anything else from him before. I know he has some stuff on YouTube that I need to check out as well. But I'm so excited to see where he goes next.